Hey everyone, my name is Riley, and this video is a complete Pictory tutorial for beginners. I will show you step by step how you can use Pictory, from creating videos with AI, adding AI voiceovers, tweaking your video in editing to make sure that it looks perfect, and everything else that you can do with this tool. If you want to get started with Pictory, I will leave my affiliate link in the description of this video, and with this link, you will be able to get a 14-day free trial. On top of this, if you already have a Pictory account and you would like to upgrade at any time, I will put my personal discount code in the description that will allow you to get 20% off all of your plans. Once you click on that link, it's going to take us over to this page right here. So all we have to do is click on Get Started for Free. And then as you can see, we get access to a free trial. So you can just go through and sign up. And just like that, I now have my Pictory account set up. In this area, we have a few different options of all of the tools that we can use on Pictory. So we have script to video. And this is where you can either type out or copy and paste a video script. And then Pictory is going to turn that into a full-length YouTube video for you. Next along, we have article to video. So if you are maybe a blogger and you have created some blog articles for your website, then all you have to do is paste the URL in right here, and Pictory will create a video from that blog article. We then have edit recorded videos with AI. So if you have some videos recorded and you want to edit them, look at this. We can use this tool to add subtitles. We can cut down portions of the video and turn long form YouTube videos into YouTube shorts. We can create video highlights, add logos, and things like that. And then the last option that we have right here is visuals to video. And essentially we just upload images to this, and it's going to take those images and turn it into a video. So let's start off with script to video, as this is probably the most popular tool on Pictory. So we can click in on proceed right here. And it's now going to ask us for the name of the video, and then we can enter the script in right here. So I'm going to call this video Top 5 Travel Destinations. And then instead of typing this entire thing out myself, because that would take a long time, what I'm going to do is instead, I'm going to use ChatGPT. So I'm going to go to ChatGPT and just say, create me a script on the top 5 travel destinations, just like that. So ChatGPT is going to make this easier if you just want to copy and paste this from ChatGPT. I mean, Pictory, we are already using AI, so we might as well use some more AI, right? So what I'm going to do is just go in here and I'm going to copy and paste all of this text. So that is the intro. Then we have number 1, Tokyo, Japan. So I'll go in here and just say 1, Tokyo, Japan, and then copy the scene. And then I'm just going to go down and do the rest of this until we have a full video. I now have my entire video copied from ChatGPT and the script that this gave me, and I now have this in Pictory. So once you have either typed out your video or copied it from another AI tool, then we can go up here and click on proceed. And just like that, Pictory is going to go ahead and work its magic and turn this script into a video. And just like that, we now have this AI video. So in this main section, in the story section, this is where we can see the script that we currently have. If you want to go in and edit any of the text at any time, then we just click into the text right here. We double click in, and then you can type out anything else that you might want to type out. Over on the left-hand side, we can then go down to visuals, and this is where we can change the visual or the background video for each of these scenes. So scene 1 right here says welcome, and it kind of has this banner in the background. If we just go ahead and watch this right here, that doesn't look the best for an intro to a YouTube video. So what we can do is instead, once we are on visuals, we can either choose from the Pictory library, and we could search for something up here. So I could search for maybe travel, and then we could go ahead and choose one of these videos. Now, one thing that is very important here is you will notice in the top left corner of some of these, it's going to say premium. So this one says premium, this one doesn't say premium. So this one I would be able to use for free. If I just want to drop this into my video, you can see that scene is now going to change. And we can just do that at any time. However, these ones that are premium, right now I am on the 14-day free trial, right? So whilst I am on the 14-day free trial, I will be able to use this. However, once the trial ends, as it says right here, enjoy this professional plan asset during your trial period. However, once this trial ends, we won't be able to use this unless we upgrade to one of the paid Pictory plans. So I'm just going to go for this video right here, and we can set that right there. Or alternatively, rather than picking from the library and maybe even having to pay for some of these extra assets, what we can do is we can go to My Uploads, and you can upload any images or videos that you have that you want to use in your video. So we can just click right here, and then I can choose this from my computer, and I can upload my own files that I might want to use. So that is the first scene right there. And then we can go back to the story, and we can kind of read through the rest of these scenes and click on them to see if the text is actually going to match this video. So this says, are you ready to embark on the adventure of a lifetime? For visuals, I think this would look better with like maybe an airplane. So I can go in here and type in airplane. And then this one looks fantastic, like a point of view. So I just drop that in, and this is going to be the background for scene 2. So this is the first thing that I do when I am creating a new video with Pictory, is I go through and make sure the background looks the best it can for the text that is on screen, and make sure it matches up. Another thing that we can do in this area is we can actually change this text and the captions and how this is going to look. So the first thing that we can do is we could just turn this off completely. If we don't want to show this kind of drop over text and these captions, we can turn this off. However, in YouTube videos, this does tend to work well. So we can go ahead and turn that on, and then we can actually customize this. So if we click in, we can see these are all of the options that we have along the top, and we can go in, we can change the font that we are going to use. So one of my favorite fonts is Montserrat, so we can select that right there. We can then choose the font size that we are going to use. So maybe we can set this to like 30, fantastic. We can then choose if we want to bold the text, italicize the text, underline the text, or strike through. So I actually think bold looks really nice, so I'm going to leave it as bold. Then we can choose the caps. So if we want this all capitalized, if we want this all lowercase, or if we just want this standard, we can set that there. And we can also choose how we align the text. So if I go here, it's going to align to the left-hand side. This is going to align to the right-hand side, or we can keep it in the middle. Then we can change the text color. So if I wanted to change the text to red right here, you might notice when I change this, that some of this is staying yellow. So why is this? You will notice that over here, some of this is highlighted. So anything that is blue is going to be highlighted. So top 5 travel destinations and must visit is highlighted. And we can see this right here. These are a different color. Let's say I wanted the regular text to be black. And then if I want to change the yellow text right here, I do this using this highlight tool. So we can maybe change this to blue or even a red color, just like that. We can set that right there. And that is how we can change that. If you want to add a shadow behind the text, we can do that right here. So right now it has like a minor shadow, but we can't really see. But if I turn that right up, you can see we have a pretty bold shadow. And then we can also choose the color of this shadow as well. This next option is going to allow us to choose the text width. So essentially the margin on either side of the text, we can choose that right here. And then we have the positioning. So where on the video do we want this text to be positioned? I always think this looks better at the bottom, so we will leave that right there. And then if you want to add any animations to your text, if we want to make this drift in or if we want to make this fade in, we can add the text animation right here. We can then choose the speed of this, the writing style, whether we apply this to only when it comes in or when it comes in and when it leaves. We can set up all of those settings. And then very important, what I always do when I have played around with the text settings is go up and click apply to all. All of the settings that we just created, this is now going to be applied to every single one of these scenes. So that was just an example, but what I'm actually going to do to make this look like good and not just as an example, I'm going to change this to white, and then maybe we can actually change the highlight to a yellow, just like that. Perfect. Now, if we come back over here to this left-hand side, we can go down to audio. And this is where we can either add in background music over the video, or we can add in a voiceover. You can even add both if you want to. Let's start out with a voiceover. And the first thing that we are going to see right here is all of these AI voices. So if you want to use an AI voice, we can choose one of these. Or alternatively, when you are creating a voiceover, what we can do instead is if we go to the bottom right here, you can actually record your own voiceover. So it's up to you, but if I'm using Pictory, I like to use AI because we can go through and listen to these and just listen to how realistic they sound.
The only thing to do with good advice is to pass it on.
Allow the world to live as it chooses.
Sometimes it is better to lose and do the right thing than
The beginning of knowledge is the discovery of something we do not understand.
So we have so many different AI voices that we can choose from, and we can even go up here, we can select the language, we can select the accent that we want this AI to have, we can select the age, the purpose and what this is going to be used for, the gender, and we can filter these down. However, I like the sound of Annabelle, so I'm going to select Annabelle and then click on generate and apply. And this is going to take a few minutes to go ahead and do because the AI needs to read your entire script out, record it, and then apply it to the video. So you can kick back whilst that starts working. So that is with adding an AI voice. And then the next thing that we can do is we can go over to the background music. We can scroll down and we can click through these. We can listen to each of these background music, see which one we want to add to the video. And then once again, we just click on apply and that is going to be added. Next, we have styles. So we can click into the style library. And this is another place that we can go in and we can change how this text is going to look. So this is kind of like a base template. And as an example, if I was to go down and choose this one right here, this is going to drop in. And if I choose this one, this is going to drop in. But once again, if we choose one of these styles, we can click into this text and then once again, edit all of these settings. So when you are using the styles library, don't think that this has to be the exact text style that you use. You can select one and then we can click in and we can make all of the changes that we need to. So these are kind of just templates. Then we have text. So text is usually going to be used as a title slide. And as it says right here, these can't be narrated by AI voiceovers. So as an example, what I might do is add a heading to this scene. So we just click on add heading and then I can call this top 10 travel destinations. Okay. And then when I click out, this is essentially going to add like a title to my slide. Once again, we can click in and make any changes to the text. We can delete this. We can add new text in right here and move this around. And that is the text section. Personally, I don't really use this, especially because it can't be voiced over by AI, but it is an option that you can use. We then have branding, and this is where you can set up a brand kit. Setting up a brand kit will allow you to have more congruency from your videos. So we can add logos, we can select specific fonts. And if we create one of these, rather than having to come in to every single video that we create and having to like go into the text and change the text color and the font and maybe add a logo, we can set this all up under branding. And then we just click one button to apply it to the entire video. So if I go to create brand and I'm going to create my brand right here, we can call this GeForce North. Okay. And I will upload my logo. Then we can choose the brand colors. So I'm going to select this right here as my primary color. And then this one right here as my secondary color, just like that. And then we can also choose a font. So maybe instead we can go for this one right here. And then we click on create. And just like that, this is now going to go ahead and create this brand. We can also add any visuals. So if you have maybe an intro or an outro for your video, you can add that in right there. We can also add specific background music if you have any music you would like to use. And then for the logo, we can go ahead and reposition this and essentially choose where we want this on the video. We can make this bigger or smaller if we like. But once we have created the brand, we just click on save and apply. And now we have that set up. At any time, we can just come down to branding right here, select the brand that we just created, and then brand changes will be applied to all scenes. So we click on continue. And just like that, every single scene is going to be fitted with the brand that I just created. Then elements is not super important in my opinion. Like we can just go in and add like different squares to here. So we could maybe make this as like a title square. So I would just drag this into the center. Then maybe we can go and grab some text and add that in. So just type something in there. And then as you can see, we can make that like a title, or we can add any of these other shapes in. We can add these different stickers into the video. We can add GIFs, we can add emojis. So if you do want to add them in, then you can add them in there. But once again, this is not a section that I really use. Finally, we have format. So this is essentially where we can choose, first of all, the video resolution and the quality of the video. And then we can choose the aspect ratio. So this 16:9 is going to be standard YouTube. Then we have this right here that is YouTube Shorts, Instagram Stories, things like that. And then square is going to be a regular Instagram post. But I'm going to keep this as a YouTube video. And then the last thing that we can talk about on this section is, first of all, if you want to add a new scene in, like let's say you get to the end of the video and you're like, I want to add something extra in. How do we do that? Well, we just go back to story right here and find where we want to add something new in. So let's say right here, number 3, Cape Town, South Africa. I have another idea and maybe I want to add some more text in. Well, all I would do is I would click into here and I would start typing out what I want to type out. So maybe Cape Town, South Africa. This city is one of the 3 capitals of South Africa, just like that. And then all we would do is where we want to split this scene. So right here, I want to make this into a new scene, right? I just put my cursor right where I want to break this and click on split scene. And just like that, I now have a new scene created. So I could go in and we have this background, but I want a new background for scene 18. So I just click in and maybe we can go for like South Africa. We can then add one of these scenes in right here, and that's how we can set that up. Then coming down to the bottom of the video right here, first of all, we have undo. So if you make a mistake at any point when creating this video, you can undo your mistake. Layers is going to show you what this scene is made up of. So if we click into layers, we can see that this scene right here is made up of a background, a logo, and then the story. So that's what it says right there. And if I add something new in, let's go to elements and I add this circle as an example. If I click back into layers, I can see that shape right there. We then have captions, which we have already covered. We have the voiceover, which we have already covered. And then we have trim video. So if I click into trim video, this is essentially if we want to make this scene shorter, we can just trim the scene down a little bit. But I'm going to leave this for now. Then we can choose the audio settings right here. So if we want to show the voiceover and the background music, we can duplicate a scene if we want to duplicate one. And then finally, we have delete scene. Once you have the video created, we can go up and click on download in this top right corner. Now, I might have added too many things and created like too long of a video to be able to export this on the free plan, but we will have a look. So we can click on download. And I thought it was actually going to download that, but essentially it's going to tell us to upgrade right here. So if you get this, if you do want to have the video, but it tells you to upgrade, then what we can do is click on top up and it's going to take us over to the Pictory pricing plans. So these are the pricing plans right here. We have starter, we have professional, and we have teams. And the main differences between these are going to be shown right here. So with the starter, this is going to be $20 per month. We can create 200 minutes worth of video per month. We get the standard AI voices. So just to show you, if I can go back, I'll show you the difference between these. These right here are going to be the premium voices. So the ones that we listened to earlier, I'll just show you a few once again so we can compare.
Logic will get you from A to B.
What worries you masters you.
We have committed the golden rule to memory. Let us now commit it to life.
Ideas are the beginning points of all fortunes.
So those are the premium voices and they sound very, very realistic. However, these right here are going to be the standard voices and the voices that we get with the lowest plan.
Welcome to Pictory.
Welcome to Pictory.
Welcome to Pictory.
Welcome to Pictory.
So as you can see, there is a clear difference in the quality of AI voices that we can get between the standard and the premium voices. And the standard voices are what you are going to get access to with the starter plan. We then have the professional plan, and this is the plan that I personally use, and this is the one that I would recommend. Honestly, you don't need teams at all unless you have a full team that you are going to be working on Pictory with. But with professional, we get access to the multilingual, hyper-realistic AI voices, the ones that I showed you at the start, the better voices. We get access to more of the stock images and videos. So on the starter, we get access to 2 million, and then on professional, we get 10 plus million. We can also go up with the professional plan and choose how many video minutes we need per month. But if you are just starting out, like 600 minutes is going to be absolutely fine. It might sound low at first, but when we actually break it down, you can create 60 10-minute videos per month for just $39. So the value is pretty crazy, right? But you can go up, you can choose the amount of video minutes you need. And then with teams, once again, we can go up and choose this. We can choose the amount of team members that we have. And if you do want to select one of these plans, we just click on buy now right here. And then for the coupon code, we can get a nice 20% discount right here, because who doesn't love a discount? By typing in my discount code Riley61, we can click on apply. And just like that, we get a 20% discount. So that is how we can use the script to video feature right there. Now, article to video, all we have to do is find the article that you want to turn into a video, and then we just click on proceed. As an example, I have this blog post that I created a few weeks ago as a tutorial video. But what I can do is go up here and just copy the link of this blog post. Then I would go back to Pictory and type this in and then click on proceed. And then it's going to go ahead and scrape this entire blog post and then turn it into a video for me. So just like that, I can now see the source article where it got this all from. It's then going to break this down using AI into all of these different scenes. And then we can just click on next right here. And it's going to create the storyboard for us and turn this into a video, just like we saw in the previous section. So we have this blog post in right here. It's the exact same layout of how we edited, went through the scenes, changed the background as last time, and you already know how to do this. Next, we can edit recorded videos with AI. So what we can do in this section is we can go in and we can add a video that we already have. So as an example, I can go in here and click on upload. And then I'm going to upload this YouTube video that I created the other day. So then we click on proceed once we have that in there. This video has now been brought in. So what we can do in here is it automatically captioned this entire thing. So if I click on play right here and we take a look at this. Hey everyone, my name is Riley, and in this video we will be comparing SEMrush to Ahrefs. We will be taking a look at the pricing and plans of both of these tools, as well as the different features that you get with both SEMrush. So pretty cool, right? And that's going to save us a lot of time. Now this is AI, so of course it's not going to be perfect. If there is a word that needs changing or they got wrong, we can just double click into this and then change this to whatever it actually says, and we can see that is going to update. We can also go down here and choose from the styles library for the type of text that we want. We can also select the brand that we created earlier to bring this all in. And finally, what we can also do here is we can remove filler words like any ums and ahs, and we can also remove silences. Now, as I have already edited this video, it's not really going to do much because I already did this for this video. But that's what we can use these two tools for. And then once we have finished editing this, we can once again download this video. The final section that we have inside of Pictory is visuals to video. So this is essentially where we can go in and just drop in some images, and it's going to create a video with this. So I just grabbed some images of Paris as an example. We can drop these in right here and then click on upload. And these files are all going to be uploaded. Next, we can click on proceed. And then in here, we have these videos added in. So we can go in and we can add any text to the scenes that we might want to add. And then once again, the rest of this, you already know how to use this. The visuals, the audio, we can add those all in right there. So that is my Pictory tutorial. If you found this video valuable, don't forget to smash that like button and tap that subscribe button. And until next time, take it easy.